love, life, and lunatics. The pretty lies, the ugly truth, I'm sick with love, life, and lunatics. So crazy but can't get enough of it.
Welcome to Love, Life, and Lunatics, a podcast where I share personal stories about my life, my loves, and some crazy situations that I unfortunately got myself into. Sometimes I'll have a guest who will also share a story or two about a time that changed their life or had a hand in making them who they are today. So, hang out with me for a little while and enjoy Love, Life, and Lunatics. Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Love, Life, and Lunatics. Today's one of those days. One of my headlights went out, and I was like, you know what? Let me just take a look at YouTube and see if I can fix this on my own. And I was looking at it, and I was like, you know what? I think this is something I can do. So I run to Pep Boys. I get myself a little bulb for the headlight. And right there in the Pep Boys parking lot, I swap out that light. And I am so proud of myself, okay? That's all I'm going to say. That was pretty cool. That made my day. I'm very happy with myself. But anyway, this story I hope you enjoy. It's actually one of my favorites. So, this story is called Oops, Thanks. My daughter's birthday was coming up. So was mine. Our birthdays are 4 days apart. She was turning 2. This was a big deal for me. I feel like her birthday will always be a big deal to me. I had started planning her birthday in March of 2023, 3 months before her actual birthday. I saved up money and made sure that I stayed within my budget. I had planned on giving her a farm animal themed party, Giana's Funny Farm. I booked a petting zoo to come to my home. I wanted my baby to have a beautiful and fun-filled day, even if she might not remember it. One of my good friends, Kyle, flew into town to help me prepare for the party, and of course, to celebrate Giana and I. He was the one that kept reminding me that my birthday was also important. So, he took me to dinner at one of our favorite restaurants. It was nice. After we ate, I wanted to go to a few stores to get some last-minute things for Giana's party. Giana, Kyle, and I were all shopping happily. Kyle and Giana were playing while I ran around the store throwing everything that I thought I needed into the buggy. Once I was finished shopping, we made our way to the checkout counter. The store was close to closing, so the lines were very long. We picked a line to stand in and moved into it. About 30 seconds later, a woman came and stood in front of us. "What?" I said softly to Kyle. She wasn't holding many items, maybe 2 things. She turned to look at Giana and smiled, before turning back around and waiting for the line to move. "Hold up," I said, raising my voice a tiny bit. "Jania, she barely has anything," Kyle said. "That's not the point, Kyle. She cut in front of us." "It's fine, girl," Kyle said. Kyle is from Louisiana. He has a very cute southern accent, which I'm not doing any justice. "No, it's not fine. You ever heard of no cuts, no butts, no coconuts?" I asked. Kyle just smirked at me. "Today's your birthday. You gotta be cool." "It is my birthday. You shouldn't be cool with someone cutting in front of us," I snapped. I was annoyed. This woman didn't turn around or acknowledge me at all, which began to work my nerves. I knew she heard me. I was loud. It was the audacity for me, folks. Kyle was amused by me. He was used to my antics. I continued to grumble as the line moved forward. For some reason, I never tapped the lady on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me, we were next. The line is behind us." I guess it was easier for me to complain and gripe within her earshot. Finally, I stopped talking about her and her trifling ways and began talking about Giana's birthday. We needed to go to one more store after we left this one. The woman in front of us was now checking out. We started putting our things on the conveyor belt. We had a lot of stuff, so I was focused. Suddenly, the woman turned around and presented me with a happy birthday balloon and a bar of decadent dark chocolate while saying, "Happy birthday," and smiling brightly at me. "What?" I said softly. "Enjoy your day," she said happily after giving me the balloon and chocolate. Then she quickly bounced out of the store. There I was, standing there. Kyle's eyebrows were raised in surprise. My face was cracked. I was dragging that lady. I wanted her to hear me talking about her because she was rude, and she was. "Uh-huh," Kyle said, laughing. "I just got moted," I said. "Talking all that mess and she still wished you a happy birthday, girl." "Dang, but she did cut in line, Kyle." "She did. But I didn't have to drag her like that." That lady was a lesson to me, to not let anybody else's attitude alter your mood. And if, by any chance, that lady that was in line that day, June 16th, 2023, at around 7:30 p.m. in Glendale, California, if by any chance is listening, I'm sorry I acted like that. Thank you for the birthday wish. And stop cutting in line. Yes, Miss Foxworth got moted. I'm normally an even-tempered person until something happens, right? And then, I have road rage. I've calmed down quite a bit. I also don't have a lot of tolerance for silly things. Like, there are lines and lines. The store is closing, and someone just decides she doesn't have a lot of items, so she's just going to stand right here. Now, listening back to the story, we were both kind of in the wrong, not just me. But I like that story. I don't know if I'm moted or my face is cracked. I'll be the first one to tell you. That's just kind of how my family, we always do each other kind of like that. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I sure did. Thank you for listening to Love, Life, and Lunatics. Please share your thoughts about this podcast. And if you liked it, please like and share. I'd really appreciate it. Please check out my show notes in the description box for more information. Thanks again for listening. And until next time, see ya.
Love, life, and lunatics. Baby, things ain't always gonna be so bad. We can make it through the hard times. Believe me. Life and lunatics. Love.